Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Let's roll. Come on. Question today. Are you committed? Are you committed? For my journals, business, personal, ready to go. Excited, excited, excited. I had to deal with some snow this morning, so running a little behind schedule today. However, here we are. We're committed. We're here. We're going to keep showing up every single day. Today I've got this book here. It's Think and Grow, Think and Grow Rich. And one of the parts I want to get to is decisions. And it says, Fortune favors the bold, the seventh step towards riches. And it says, accurate analysis of over 25,000, hear that, 25,000 men and women who experienced failure disclosed that the lack of decision was near the head of the list. You hear that? Lack of decision near the head of the list. It says it was the list of the 30 major causes of failure. It says it's not a statement of theory, it's a statement of fact. Procrastination is the opposite of decision. It's a common enemy which every individual must conquer. Man, sometimes I deal with that just in the morning. Don't feel like getting out of bed when my clock goes off, right? You want to try to sleep in a little bit longer. Man, I had to make a commitment to myself that I'm going to get up when my clock goes off. It says you will never have an opportunity to test your capacity to reach uh, definite decisions until you put them into action. Until you put them into action. It says analysis of thousands of people who had accumulated fortunes and beyond the $1 million mark disclosed that the fact that every one of them had a habit of reaching decisions promptly and changing decisions slowly. I've heard that before. Reach decisions promptly and then change decisions slowly. One of Henry Ford's most outstanding qualities was his habit of reaching decisions quickly and definitely and then changing them slowly. This quality was pronounced in Ford that it earned him the reputation of being obstinate. It was this quality which prompted him to continue making his Model T the world's ugliest car when his advisors and many of his purchasers of the car were urging him to change it. Perhaps Mr. Ford delayed too long in making the change, but the other side of the story is that Ford's firmness and decision yielded a huge fortune. There is little doubt that Ford's habit of definiteness in decisions assumes that this quality is preferably not the easiest reading here today. Struggling a little bit. All right, listen. Are you committed? Is the question. Are you committed? Right. So here's what we're talking. We're talking about making decisions. Decisions. Make them quick. Change them slow. Right. Make them one way or the other. If you're in sales and your sales is struggling, it's because of you. It's because of you. Because of all of us. You can't make a decision. You're not making a decision. So then your clients can't make a decision. You're not sold on your product 100%. So then you can't sell someone else on your product. You're not bought into your product. So you can't help others buy in to your product. That's the challenge. So good read. Put this over here for now. Come back to that. All right. Now we're gonna do gonna watch some of this content. It's Monday, by the way. Let's see, go to the tab for sound. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna watch some more of the Pete Vargas. I'll put it full screen for you guys. There you go. All right.
Why? Because I can do it right down in my basement where Shiloh comes and interrupts stat a couple of days ago. Or 8 little feet running around and I quickly mute the Zoom and say, "Shut up, kids!" I don't do that anymore because it doesn't do anything. But people on my digital stages can hear my kids, and it's actually cool. I like it. Grant heard it. I was like, "Did you hear my kids?" He's like, "Yep, don't worry about it." But I can be at my home and do 1 to 2 a week. 1 to 2 a week. More digital stages or more of a reality? It's hard to do more than 1 physical stage a week. I'll just be real with you. It's not hard to do 1 to 2 digital stages a week. I'm going to take questions in a minute. I want you to get clear on this number because we're about to find them and win them, and we'll be done with day 1. Is this helping you guys in the room? We're talking about the greatest marketing tool that you're now taking to the greatest customer acquisition channel for you. Hand in glove, like bam. Greatest marketing tool, talk. Greatest customer acquisition channel that is both the road and the traffic, and I don't have to pay for either one of them. You get that? I didn't pay to build the road. I didn't pay for the traffic. Bam. Bam. Touchdown. I'd call it a grand slam. Grand slam. So the second question is, how many are you going to be on? Because you make that commitment, now it's time to go win them here in a minute. So I'm going to pause on physical and digital. Hey guys, we got 30 or 45 minutes left. Be with me, and then we'll go celebrate. Any questions on physical and digital stages that you have? I saw one right here. Have one ready for online, please. A digital, yep. Digital, I'm all on these. These are none of you building any of them yourself. You're going and being on somebody else's. OPS, remember, other people's stages. We're not talking about building your own stages. That does take time. That does take money. That does take resources. It's powerful, but not out of the gates to me. Yes, ma'am. Wait, we can't. I asked y'all a question. I'm going to kind of jump. I'll take yours. I pointed at you.
Hey, don't forget to get your copy of David's book. Go to davidsfreebook.com. Get your copy of my book,
so she's like,
Sales Playbook.
Every time, because a lot of the times audiences are the
right
same.
Here.
That is 100% inaccurate fact. You think like if the 80% of the people in the room have never heard your signature talk, you continue to give it. Maybe when it gets to 20 or 30% of the people that 80% have already heard it, you change it up a little bit. One of the things that you forget is when I went to John Mayer a couple of weeks ago, dude, I wanted to hear John Mayer's greatest hit, his greatest hits. And if he doesn't play that concert and give me his greatest hit, I don't want to go. So let me show you a little proof and evidence in this.
That's a great point.
GrowthCon stage 4 consecutive years.
Great point.
I've talked about the same subject matter stuff all 4 years. But yet year 4, which is smaller than year 1, meaning there were 10% of the people there this year than there was in Marlin Stadium, but yet this workshop has grown 5 to 10 times. One signature talk. You get in your head that, oh, people have heard this. And guess what? There will be people that aren't in the room that think they heard it. And listen, I'll give a different angle or a different testimony or maybe a little different nuance of what I've learned since 4 years ago, but it's the same subject matter. So I want you to get dialed into that. Because if not, you start taking them down dead ends. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your energy today. I feel it.
How do you handle a situation where they only want to have the speakers whose courses are approved by the state or some association?
Yeah, so a lot of people will run into like you have to have like a PDU or a CD or some type of a credit or association. The way around that, well, first off, it's not, you might have to try to get on that course list. That's the first thing I would do. We've gotten financial advisor services on people's approved dental things. But the way around that is sponsoring the stage. They don't give a rip about the qualifications when you're helping them offset one of their expenses at their conference. Sponsored stages are the way around that. Let's go online. Do we have one online?
All right, guys, watching Pete Vargas
All right.
here
Hey, guys,
on
give it up
10X
for
Stages.
Abra. Give it up for Abra.
Hello. Yes, my question is going to be, when you start doing in-person stages, do you need to have a team with you? Even if it's just one person that can help you? Are there things where they need to be handing you, working your slides, anything that goes along with being successful on stage so you don't seem like you're fumbling?
Yeah, that's a great question, too. I love these questions, and they're thought-provoking because they're for the whole room. When you go and speak on a stage, it's really good to have a team member or a significant other that helps. Early on, I had no team members, so guess who went with me? Keaton and Mia, my 10 and 8-year-old at the time. You want to talk about handing in a free gift or a free card to give it to a kid? It's kind of fun for the crowd to give it to my kids. So when I'd ask for people to fill out the form and make sure you turn that into my son and daughter in the back, I don't get all caught up in everything, but I do want you to have someone that travels and supports with you to A, get to know the event and the person behind the event, but B, help support you in the efforts of making sure of conversations and possible leads and possible customers. So don't overthink it. And if I'm being really straightforward, early on, I had to serve both roles because I didn't have a business. And so if you have to be both, be both. It's a great question. All right, let's go on. I could answer questions. Tomorrow afternoon, I have an entire block to answer questions, nonstop, no teaching, like
All right,
after
I'm
lunch.
going to pause.
All right.
Time 1:30.
I already told you about dream stages, right?
All right, I am going to, let me stop share. All right, great. All right, welcome back. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I just want to say thank you all for being here today. We did our journaling. A little bit of a reading. Today we read from Think and Grow Rich, and I just shared some of Pete Vargas 10X Stages, which is what I'm studying right now. So this is just my morning routine. That's all. Every morning, do my journaling, do my reading. I watch some content. Now I got to go run. I'll do 45 minutes running, and I'll finish watching this down on the treadmill downstairs. So just want to thank you guys for being here today. I do have to do my talk today, or I should say I get to do my talk today. So let me give you guys a quick, see how I do on timing, by the way. Let me give you guys a quick demo. And today's my day. I get to present to Pete today at 4 o'clock. So this is my talk. And I think I'm in good shape. We'll see. I got to get my inflection loud, soft. I got to get better. Ready? Are you committed? Picture a little kid at a payphone with the police. He says, "Please help. My dad's going to kill my mom, please." And then he hangs up the phone and runs back to his house as fast as he can, jumps in the window, hops in his bed, and hides under the covers. My name's David Hill. 40 years ago, that little boy was me. But it all changed that night. I climbed through that window and I became committed. I made a decision that I would not let my father do that to my mother any longer. Now, all right, I'm going to start over. All right. Let me start back at the beginning because I missed a big part, which then threw me off. See, I got to do this today at 4 o'clock live. I got to get through this round. I got to kill it on this round. And otherwise I'm done. That's it. This is my last chance to get through. So this is my third round, and if I get through, I get to the stage. So I got to get this. You ready? Breathe. Are you committed? Picture a little kid on the phone with the police. Help, he says. My dad's going to kill my mom. He then hangs up the phone, runs back to the house as fast as he can, climbs in the window, hops in his bed, and hides under the covers. My name is David Hill. 40 years ago, that little kid was me. But I used that experience to build an 8-figure sales career. But more important is I helped thousands of other salespeople become committed, close more sales, and make more money. And it all started on that payphone. Guys, some of you right now aren't making the calls you know you need to make. Why? Maybe you're not committed. Maybe you're scared. I get it. I understand. We all have that little kid inside of us. As a matter of fact, I was the kid hiding under the covers until I became committed and went through that window. It took a window for me to go through. Oh, wow, I ran out of time. All right. I got to go again at the beginning. All right. Interesting. All right. I'm pretty close, though. I'm pretty close. All right, I'll do one more, and that's it for today. And then I got to go run. Appreciate you guys hanging out, by the way. I'll have to watch the end of that. Are you committed? Picture a little boy on a payphone with the police. He says, please help. My dad's going to kill my mom. And then he hangs up and runs back to his house as fast as he can, hops in the window, climbs in bed, and hides under the covers. My name's David Hill. 40 years ago, that little boy was me. Yet I used that experience to build an 8-figure sales career. But more importantly, I helped thousands of other salespeople get committed, close more sales, and make more money. And it all started on that payphone. Right now, some of you aren't making the calls you know you need to make. Why? Maybe you're not committed. Maybe you're scared. It's okay. Remember, we all have that little kid inside of us. I was hiding under the covers until I became committed and went through that window. It took a window for me to become committed. What do you have to climb through? What do you have to climb through? All right. Stop. All right, I am very, very close. Pause. All right, well, listen, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to keep practicing. I got to spend some time today practicing. If you guys want to join me, by the way, on a webinar, I'm doing a webinar Thursday on handling sales objections. That's my specialty. So just go to David's free webinar. Let me drop the link in the chat right here. DFW, David's free webinar. I just dropped the webinar link right in the chat. It's davidsfreewebinar.com. Join me. That's Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. If you want to get a copy of my book, my link to my book is in there. And that's it. Just thank you for being here. And are you committed? That was better, I think. Are you committed? And I got to get the end. I don't know why I can't get the end. I climbed through a window. What do you need to climb through to get committed? David Hill. Thank you. All right. Thanks, guys. You rock. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.